Yes.
And one of us had a great a few days.
I took a little vacation.
A wonderful week, I would say.
Yeah, a wonderful
magical.
week.
Some
Very
would
nice.
say magical. No, I had a good 5 days. I went to Disney World with my family and my girlfriend, and it was pretty fun, man. But I realized going to Disney World, because within Disney World, there's like people who've been they're gonna know what I'm talking about. But if you've never been, Disney World there's the Magic Kingdom, which is the shit that's all the beginning of all the Disney movies, right? Like the little kingdom itself. There's the Animal Kingdom, which is like a huge zoo / safari themed park. There's Disney Hollywood Studios, which is like an OG like Hollywood Studios version of Disney.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're like on Hollywood Boulevard or some shit. And there's a bunch of rides on that one. And then there's Epcot, which is all about like different nations on Earth, like that you can go to and visit when you're there and shit.
Does the one in Florida have that big old ball?
Yeah,
Like
that's
a big
Epcot.
old golf ball?
That's
Yeah,
Epcot. You get to go inside the golf ball.
I've never been in. I didn't know.
It's a really cool ride. So the ride goes over like the beginnings of mankind, and it talks about like us like originating, and it talks about like certain parts of history, like as we made inventions and how we got to where we are as humans and shit like that. So it kind of goes through that. It goes through like innovations in science and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then when you're at the end, like it's just like telling you to like reflect on the beautiful world around you.
Philosophical as fuck for a
Very,
kids.
dude, legitimately, like it could have been a documentary. Like it's very well written.
Have they upgraded the ride? Because I remember like when I went, it was a bunch of shit. At the end of the ride, it was like a bunch of shit we already been through.
Yeah, this is pretty updated because
okay.
the way I could tell was they had like little iPad type screens in each little like part of the, what do you call it? The seat.
Yeah.
I used to call it the seat, right? The thing
Yeah.
that fits two people. I guess the bench.
Okay.
So
I
each
didn't know
bench
that.
had like an iPad. You could choose shit from there and correlate your trip somehow to what you choose, right?
Damn, dude, I haven't been to Disney since I was a kid. I wonder how much more advanced it is now.
It was very advanced. It's such an interesting experience.
Dude, is it the bracelet thing? Is that real?
Yeah, people have.
You just give the bracelets and you just like tap.
People have the
Yeah.
little bracelet. They give you like a card now. It's like a credit card, and you just bing. It's a QR code and it just scans,
That's fucking.
and it
weird.
knows like when you're getting there and shit.
Keeping a track of all these fucking people.
Yeah, but when
too many motherfuckers in here.
that was the most people I've been around in the longest time.
Yeah, there are
Like
a lot
legitimately,
of people. That's
that
what
was
I remember.
a lot of people. I was like, these people need to get away from me.
You was in Florida, so
kids-
were they wearing masks?
Some people cry for those
Hell
places.
no,
bro.
they
Bro,
were
in
not wearing
Florida, they
masks.
going crazy right now.
But there were, I could tell the people who were wearing masks were probably not people from Florida. They looked
Yeah.
like they were all foreigners being responsible.
Were you wearing a mask?
No.
Yeah. Nah, at this point, fuck it. I'm done with the masks, to be honest with you.
Masks
yeah.
are horrible, man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sick of them.
That's just hilarious.
They're atrocious. They're fucking, you're breathing in all this CO2. My dermatologist told me it's so bad for your face.
Oh, yeah. I was breaking
yeah.
out like crazy, man. And only in that area. It was so obvious just because of the
Yeah.
mask.
So what I was saying, originally I forgot, but I remembered. About fucking,
It all comes around.
yeah, it all comes around. About Disney World. And my trip to Disney World was that the biggest thing that I realized from this trip was that I'm not a rides guy.
Why? Out of fear? Or out of just like... they're just
my
not...
God.
Like, what is it that you don't like
I
about
don't
them?
know. It's
They
some
do
of them,
nothing. They just.
For some of them, I wasn't scared, but when I get on it, I didn't like the feeling. Like all the G-forces being applied to you and shit.
Dude, it hurts your, like, nuts, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
all
yeah.
of you just tightens and you're like, what? How do people like that shit?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
people
know.
are crazy.
Listen, I'll do some fast shit. I don't mind that. I don't mind up and down, like upside down. I don't mind any of that shit. It's just the big drops.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
fuck
just
with
not,
those.
what are we doing?
That's why Disneyland is cool because they got like all those little cute rides that you can get
Yeah.
on and like feel safe.
There's
on.
also
I'm like,
some
oh,
that
Give me
are-
some fast spins.
Disney
you know?
World is nice. You do feel safe because it's like they're fucking one of like the top. You know what I mean? Like you
Disneyland-
feel safe,
We're
bro.
such pussies.
Right?
Disneyland,
They know.
Disneyland makes me feel safe. I feel good.
I know. It's true.
I feel okay. But yeah, I,
see
don't like
ma-
the crazy
hey,
shit.
I see the mouse. I know everything's gonna be all right.
Exactly.
Everything's out. Mickey's okay.
But when I was at
Well,
Astro
right.
World and like shit like that, I was like, bro, where is Mickey? I don't feel safe here. This shit is unsafe. These big ass roller coasters, I hated it.
Oh my god, son! When I see other people on
Where
it,
is Mickey?
Where's Mickey?
yeah, just not for me though. I don't like
Yeah.
that feeling.
So-
Not like
Not at
that
all.
falling feeling.
By far and away, my favorite one was most likely Splash Mountain, and that one's themed like. Did you guys get to go on that one? It's like you're in the log.
Yeah, with the bears and all that.
Yeah,
that one
shit.
goes hard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
themed like what would you describe?
Like
it?
I mean, you just in the woods and
Like
shit.
you're
one of
in
the
the
OG,
country-
one of the OG Disney shit.
Yeah, you're like in the old west country.
Yeah.
It's like set in the 1800s. It is like one of the OG. You know, they're actually
Looks like Jungle Book but country.
they're getting rid. Interestingly enough, I like the ride so much, so I was reading up about it. apparently Disney is getting rid of the ride, or they're retheming it.
Yeah, they're probably gonna retheme.
It's gonna be the
That's an
same
OG
ride, but they're
ride,
retheming it. And I was like reading about why. And
Mhm.
so the story that it's based on is apparently like a really offensive movie,
Oh,
like racially, like very offensive.
I can believe that.
From what I read, but I'm not sure how racially offensive it really is.
I mean, if they're updating the whole ride, it's got to be.
It's got to be.
And
a little
Disney
bit.
knows it. So
Disney knows
Yeah,
so
it.
they're like,
Disney's like, yeah, we should probably do something about
before
this.
everyone finds out about this, let's just change it.
Yeah, let's just completely change it. That way, no one will ever
Yo,
know
that's
going forward.
I wonder what their reason is
Hilarious.
going to be.
I don't know, but
You know
they-
Twitter's going to have a field day with this when
this was
everyone finds
announced
out
like this was
later.
announced like a year and a half ago apparently,
Mm.
and they're retheming it to Princess and the Frog. I don't know how. Probably like you're a log in the frog's pond.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
actually
my God, bro.
that's-
None of this shit.
That's a good one,
one. None of this shit means
But-
anything.
I know, right?
This shit is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Right? It's a fucking ride.
Who the fuck was in the boardroom? Like, you know what we should do? Make it Princess and the Frog. That'll get them on our side.
All right, so I was
That's
reading.
true.
I was
That
reading
is fucking true. It's
further
fucked
into
up.
this. Okay, I started digging deep on this shit because I was like, why the fuck? Like, I'm so curious,
Mhm.
you know. And apparently Disney didn't want to do it, but people online like looked up the movies or something like that,
Yeah.
and they were like making like a big stink about it. They're like, oh shit, I can't believe Disney ride's based on this.
Oh my
And they
God.
they did they all like they had people sign petitions.
Okay, so people did find out about it.
People signed like
Oh.
like 100.
Oh, I thought they were doing it to
Yeah.
like,
person.
to prepare.
I thought they did this, internally. Like, they decided on this.
Wow. What a
No,
time.
well, actually they had to eventually.
So
after,
they got-
after the petitions like forced
Yeah.
them to.
Oh
That's
my
what I was
God.
getting to.
What a
We
shit
won't make that
show.
kind of change unless we're made. Unless
Yeah,
we
bro.
have to.
They're gonna have to burn Disneyland to the ground if they want to right all they wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Dude. Disney
Bitches
has
gonna
some
have to
fucked up
go.
shit.
Oh man.
they think it's just
But,
fucking
you
ride.
know, it's weird. Like what I've been noticing too about every Disney movie is there's always like a dead parent.
Yeah.
And do you
Yeah,
think
there's always
that's
a dead
just?
relative.
Do you think it's to prepare kids for the inevitable loss of their parents, or do you think it's like to toy with heartstrings?
I think it's both.
Yeah, a
Really?
little bit of all of it.
Like some genuine like.
It's
There
ju-
is that genuine feel to it. Like
Yeah.
like when you watch a Disney movie, you know what you're getting. You're never gonna get like the bad guy wins and like kills everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
imagine.
but you're getting like a happy movie that makes you feel warm inside at the end, even though it's a manufactured feeling.
Yeah.
It's like the McDonald's of like entertainment.
Oh,
They're made
of the
well,
movies are
though.
good. Yeah, some of the movies are good. I
Yeah,
like
it's
some of
it's the way
movies.
they're written
They
and shit. The
definitely have some
animation
creative
is
stuff.
good. You know what I mean? They have a good time. Disney has a good time. They know how to write a movie.
But no, they're the best. McDonald's is the best of fast food. Disney's the best of like entertainment. And
Yeah.
I say that
Disney
even
and
going up to
Pixar.
like because they own ESPN,
They own
they
everything.
own the UFC, they own Fox. Like,
yeah.
are they do they own HBO? No, I
Nah.
don't
No,
think
no,
so.
no, no.
HBO is Warner.
Yeah.
But one day they're probably gonna buy Warner or
They
HBO,
could.
right?
They could. They could buy that shit if they wanted to.
Fucking Disney, man.
They could buy
Yeah.
anything if it was legal.
Yeah.
They just like, no, we just can't have y'all be a monopoly. That's the only reason that they're not letting them do it.
Crazy how Disney's been around this fucking long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, so I didn't know this, but I was looking into Disney as a company, and like I was looking at their like financial statements and shit,
Mhm.
and apparently they did not have like a like when you have an income statement, you have a loss or you can have a gain
Mm-hmm.
or like a loss or a profit gain.
They haven't had a loss in like
They,
ever.
they had not had a losing quarter in like 50 or 60 years.
yeah.
Until like COVID.
wow.
That's
That
what that's
shit's
the first quarter they
booming.
had a loss.
Was it a big loss?
It was
It's
not a
Disney.
huge
They can get
loss.
over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. I was
It
just
was
curious.
nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Companies live
Because
with
I feel like people are
losses.
still watching Disney shit because they were releasing shit just via Disney Plus, and people were getting the subscription just for those things. I feel like there was one movie that came out in the beginning. What was it?
in the beginning of like COVID.
Yeah, to attract all the Disney people, like to attract all the Disney subscribers.
fuck,
The
I know what you-
Mandalorian came out.
Well, it
first.
was Mandalorian, but I feel like that was a movie.
Nah, I know
No,
what
there
you're
weren't
talking
any
about.
really big. They haven't really done any big
Oh,
movies
yeah,
on there.
they did Mulan. That was the
Um,
first one. That was
Oh, that
yeah,
was-
and you had to
was,
buy
that
it. It was
was.
$35. I would
Yeah.
not buy that
How
shit.
crazy! is
It,
that?
it
And people
depends,
bought
but
it.
if you have like a family, then it's great. Like if you have like 5 kids or something, bro, you're saving like a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
But if it's just 2 of y'all, it's like, man, we could have went to the movies.
it's true.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna pay to see fucking Mulan.
I wasn't paying to see
It's-
Mulan.
Definitely. not
Or
that
Black
much.
Widow. Fuck
Dude,
no.
don't.
I still
will
don't have Disney
never.
Plus.
You
I
know
don't
what one I
Widow?
did pay to watch?
Bro, fuck yeah.
Space
Listen,
Jam.
fuck Black Widow.
The new one.
I saw Space Jam.
The
Was it
new one?
good?
It's actually pretty good.
It was.
I laughed a lot.
Did you?